Welcome to the first episode with Cookin with P. Yes. So today is a special day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Since my mother's all the way in Germany, I'm gonna just take it back to Germany for a little bit. And guess what we're cooking today? We are cooking home style Doener Kabab, my favorite. Stay tuned. First things first, let's have some wine. We're gonna be cooking our Doener home style with chicken thighs. For all the folks that have been asking me what I am using, it is chicken thighs. We're gonna use some fresh herbs, some thyme, some rosemary, some extra little spices, spice it up. And then we're actually gonna make some Berlin style Doener today, which I'm actually from Frankfurt, but respect to the capital, we're gonna add a couple of the vegetables and stuff in there too. So we're gonna spice it up. All right, we're in the next stage. We're gonna actually season it up a little bit. We're gonna put some nice little spices in there, put it in the refrigerator, and then actually let it marinate for a little bit, and then before we get to cooking. So Doener is one of the biggest street foods that we have in Germany. So if you've ever been to Germany, you know you've had a nice rotisserie piece of meat that's hanging similar to the gyros that you will see here in the US, and bread mixed with garlic sauce, heaven sauce, vegetables, everything is. For those who've never had Doener, most important ingredient is your bread. I got this bread from Whole Foods. Usually I would try to make my own, but today is Sunday, Mother's Day, got a little caught up talking FaceTime with the folks, so I wasn't able to make something from scratch, but certainly you can use also bread that you can find at the store, and just make sure it's a soft bread, because we're gonna put it on a panini bread press. Like I said, wine is the most important ingredient. Let it go. We got our chicken, we got our bread, let's get to seasoning. Have an actual rotisserie grill. Little secret, we're gonna put it in the oven, we're gonna put it on broil. The results are identical. Crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, and that's exactly how you want it. A little bit of dried onion, salt, some cumin that we're gonna put in there. Also, this is turmeric. Definitely put some turmeric in there. A little bit of garlic powder. We're gonna put some fresh powder towards the end as well. Some red paprika, and then this one also says red paprika, but this is actually biryani. So for folks from Ethiopia, Trey, I know you guys love this one. So again, this might not be the most traditional version of seasoning it up, but to be honest with you, Doener Kabab, you kind of just season it up to your liking, the way you want it, and so anything and everything goes, as long as the end result is that it is good. So just make sure that whatever you throwing in there is something that you just because we're actually gonna let it marinate, I'm gonna put a couple fresh herbs in there too. So we're gonna take some rosemary.
We're also gonna put that in with the skillet later on.
So we're just gonna add a little bit of water here to kind of make this a little more liquidy. I'm gonna add some olive oil. I find olive oil is something that you gotta have in whatever you cook or prepare. And add a little spice. Get it that red color. I'm gonna add a couple more. This particular one is the Korean spice, but then we got some spices here from Cambodia, some long chili that we're gonna add to it. Fun fact, I actually got this straight from Cambodia when I went to visit there last year. Did a little tour of Asia. My first one actually went through Thailand, Cambodia, and on my way back, stopped by Hong Kong. Dope experience. Can't wait to be out there traveling again, because let me tell you, this Corona thing is not for me. I don't like to be locked up in my own house. We're gonna add some salt. Salt, babe. All right, yeah. Let's have some fun. Let's have some. Will, baby, will, baby, will. Hey. Gonna add a little bit of lemon juice in there. All right. So once we have that done, we'll go back to our chicken. And now we just all right, now we'll go ahead and stir this all up. Now we're gonna cover this up and put it in the fridge. All right, because we're making more of a unique style or unique in my opinion, for the Berlin Döner, we're gonna actually also add a couple like little small potatoes, some onions, some vegetables, you know, roast them up and then add those later on into our Doener Kabab as well. In our area, Frankfurt area, we traditionally just put, you know, some tomatoes, some onions, some feta cheese, you know, and the sauce. It's all about the sauce. We gotta get to that in a little bit. Cut up some little potatoes. At the end of the day, similar to a hot dog, a Doener Kabab, you can put whatever on it. So we might even make a Cali version one day, you know, avocado, sprinkle some bacon on it. For our potatoes, we're gonna use some more of our fresh herbs. And then toss them in here as well. Important ingredients. It's the wine for the cook. Well, today's finest wine is brought to you by Vive la France. Parlez-vous français? Got a little rosé. Yes, vegetable medley, we got it. On top, we're gonna get the oven ready, preheat it. Please, we're gonna put it in there first for about 20-25 minutes just to bake, but we're gonna seal it up just so the heat and everything can get the chicken flowing. And then we'll take it off and let the chicken kind of just roast. But we're gonna broil it actually, so to give it that extra little crispy char. So we're actually gonna broil it though right afterwards, and that will give it its like extra little crispy little texture and flavor. So similar to what you're used to when you go to the Döner. To the Döner man who's splicing it up, you know? Including the sauce. The sauce. Yes, we need to sauce it up. All right, so we got this done. We're gonna cut up some tomatoes, and then we just about almost done. But we need our meat, our bread, and the secret sauce. Time, no paid advertisement, but we definitely do need a panini press because you do want to have the bread hot and pressed before you put your meat in. Very important. The bread has to be crisp to give you that extra little bread flavor and texture and yumminess and juice in it. Just trust me on that one. If you ever been to a traditional Doener spot, you will be seeing this guy be Oh, we don't have a rotisserie, so the oven it goes. Big shout out to all my Turkish friends, especially out in Germany. Merhaba. Shout out to all my friends in Germany right now that can have this on a regular basis. Big shout out to. We are going ahead and putting it in the oven. I made a little extra meat. Some of it I'm actually gonna freeze and eat at a later date because I be feeding Döner. Our aluminum foil, we're gonna cover it up and we're gonna put it in the oven for about 20 minutes on bake at 400 degrees. Put that in there and let it. But first, let me get some more wine. Yo, happy Mother's Day though to all the mothers out there. Big shout out to my mom. Hello mama. Alles Gute zum Muttertag. Shout out to my cousin Amita and my auntie Maria. Happy Mother's Day and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. So thanks for. So we're back. Time. As I mentioned, it is about 20 minutes in the oven that we're gonna let it bake. Cover it up, keep it sealed, get the juices flowing and everything. After that, we'll be taking off the cover, put it on broil, and to give it that extra little charred crisp gushiness. Yes. But in the meantime, we do have our salad ready. We have our tomatoes cut. Don't want to mix that up because it will get too soggy. But again, as I mentioned earlier, one of the most important things is bread. Bread. Germans love bread. The whole Doener Kabab actually started becoming a very big dish over in Germany when the Turkish after World War II came to Germany and introduced Doener Kabab to the Germans. And Germans love bread so much. What we have is called Brötchen. And they started having some of the meat put into the bread. So in our case, we actually grabbed some bread from Whole Foods. This particular one is just called slab with some herbs in it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna make some big boy donuts today because we have lots of meats, lots of vegetables that we wanna put in there, and it's one and done. You know what I mean? So whenever you eat really full, it'll be good to go. Oh, let's go ahead and cut this. So usually Döner in Germany is with Fladenbrot or pita. In this case, like I said, we use some slab bread that has some herbs in it, similar texture inside, soft. We're gonna put it on a panini grill, but we want to make sure it's not too dense. First initial homemade bread that we made actually was a little too dense, so it was pretty heavy in your stomach. So we want to make sure it's quite fluffy. But as I mentioned, we're gonna press it, and then we're gonna slice it, add the meat, add the vegetable, add the sauce. Remember the sauce, we gotta get to that. One of the best kept secrets. Even when I asked my friends in Germany who own their own dinner shops, they never let me know what's in the sauce. I'm like, what's in the sauce? They're like, too much sauce. Yes, so at this time, actually a big shout out to my boy, Ufuk in Limesheim. Yes, best dinner you could get. Also big shout out to Dennis Altenstadt. Yes, one of the first dinners I've ever had. But also Chianek. Both of y'all, man, the block is hot. The dinner is hot. Can't go wrong with any of them. Matter of fact, one day I will try a challenge to eat all of them all at the same time. But like I said, usually a dinner gets your belly full. So we'll have to start early in the morning. But yes, if you're ever in the area, Frankfurt area where we're from, there's so many great places. Another little fun fact, Doener Kababs, although there's lots of bread involved, is actually one of the healthiest fast foods that you can get. I mean, it has way less calories than a burger would. The meat, the vegetables, you know, like. Forgot the camera was still on, but you know, one of the main ingredients when cooking at home, you gotta have your wine ready. Wine it up. So while you wait on your food, you might as well dance a little bit. Soca! Hey! Hey! Now we're back. So we're almost at the home stretch now, folks. The meat is sizzling, almost ready. Ready. So usually over there, when we get it, we just get, you know, they just cut you a big, good, nice little chunk of slice. Usually this cut in half will be on your Döner. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these in small little bricks and then add them to our tomatoes that we already cut earlier. Let's slice it up. Alright folks, we're almost at the finish line. We almost have the finished Doener Kabab. The meat is sizzling, almost done. We have one last thing to kind of introduce. It's the secret sauce. The secret sauce. Let me tell you something, but I can't tell you what it is. Sensitive. Don't tell nobody though. So you can get this sauce at Whole Foods. This one's already pre-mixed with a little spicy sauce, but I'm gonna keep it at that. You gotta find your own secret sauce. Alright, so while we're waiting on this, we're gonna go ahead and now put our bread on the panini. It is time to press it up. Pick up something, anything, bread. From now, things are moving quite quickly. We got the bread on the press. Actually about to go ahead and bring out the meat and everything. Let's get ahead and cut it up, slice it up real quick. The bread is ready. We gotta slice it, boom, 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 and it's gonna be done. Yes, from now things are moving quick. We about to be ready. So I'm about to get this meat out. We just gotta slice it up. The bread is already on the press. So once we have it all, it's about ready time to go. All right, it's time. Look at the meat. Yes, we are ready. We're officially in business. We're gonna take this meat. We're gonna slice it up, and then no need to cool it down. We're just gonna slice it up and put it ready on the bread. All right, folks. Bread is ready. This is what it should look like. It is hot. So let me put this down. Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this bad boy up. Put the next one on there. Alright, we got our bread out. we are ready to go. So we're gonna start this. You can't have a doner without the official paper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this bad boy in here. We're gonna slice it up, and then we're gonna fix it up. Whew, yes, the bread needs to be steaming just like this. So what we do is we put it right in here. Ooh, you see this? You see? Oh, it smells lovely, 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 mate. So we need to sauce it up. Need to make sure to add extra layers of sauce and extra spices as you need, as you see fit. So we add a first little initial layer of sauce in here. I'm gonna sauce this right up, this bad boy. It's all about the sauce. All right. And after that, similar to a, I guess a taco, you gotta start adding your meat. You gotta add your bases, all right? You gotta add your meat right in here. Add a little lettuce. All right, you gotta add your lettuce, your onions. All right, don't worry, we're gonna come back to the meat again. But we're gonna add some of the vegetables that we roasted also, all right? We're gonna put that in here. Yes, yes. All right, so we got that. We're gonna add some of the, it's very important, the feta cheese. You can't go without the feta. All right. Yes. Some of the tomatoes, and then we're gonna add some more meat right on top, right here. Yes. Boom. And to finish it off, a little more sauce. Yes. Now, our Doener Kabab needs to be slapped a little more. But we are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to enjoy. So, with that being said, cheers.